Hi, welcome back to the Hutchinson Veterans Outreach Program. I'm here with Kimberly.
Hello, guys.
Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, no, it's been changing here and there, but now I'm Johnson.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. Now, you work with women veterans at VA.
We work with the federal side, the USVA, but I run the Women Veteran Program for the Minnesota Department of Veteran Affairs.
Nice.
So we're right next to them. My office is in the Whipple building, so I have the convenience, or in my case, the ability to go straight to the VA Medical Center whenever
really
I need
nice.
it.
That's really convenient. Mm-hmm. So, what do you have to offer women?
So, along with directing individuals to utilize their CVSWs, their County Veteran Service Officer, so that they can learn about their state and federal benefits, I'm also a viable asset if someone, male or female veteran, would like to get information about military sexual trauma claims on the harassment or assault side. I'm able to help them put that together to alleviate any stress.
That is fantastic. There's so many people out there that never step forward. At least they've got someone to step to.
As long as there's the confidence of knowing that when you tell your story, you're A, being heard, and B, someone is advocating for you, so you don't have the issues of your PTSD, your anxiety, or any type of triggers spiking up because someone isn't listening.
Exactly. It's always good to have somebody have your back.
Oh, we all need someone.
Oh, exactly. Thank you. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people on in Hutchinson, or veterans at all?
With the over 24,000 female veterans that we have in Minnesota, come out, be heard, learn about your benefits. You may not want it, but at least know what could benefit you and your family.
And there's a lot of us out here.
There is. It's always a pleasure seeing you.
We're back here with the Honor Guard, and I'm here with Captain Hannah.
Yep.
And she is the leader of the Honor Guard. Now, you guys present the flags. You also have to march on and do an excellent presentation. I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank you.
You did a wonderful job. Can I ask you, how did you get interested in this?
So it originally started with American Heritage Girls. It's a faith-based scouting organization. And we were all in American Heritage Girls, and that's how we found out about it. And now we're our own group away from American Heritage Girls.
Oh, wow. So you kind of became your own thing.
Yep.
Very nice. I'm going to go through and have you guys introduce yourselves, if that's all right. Maybe say a little bit about how you got here.
My name's Lena. I was in American Heritage Girls for a while and heard about the Honor Guard, but it wasn't until a few years ago that the time came up to actually try it, and I went to a couple practices and found out I enjoyed it and found out that it teaches you some really cool things about the flag.
Very nice. And you are?
My name is Rebecca. I found out about the Honor Guard from them coming to my troop, and they wanted to recruit more people, so I decided might as well try it out. Made some friends, and now I'm here.
Very cool.
I'm Isabel. I'm an Honor Guard age.
I'm Rachel. I'm her sister, so I was in Honor Guard beforehand because of AHG, and then she kind of joined too, which was really fun.
Oh, following the footsteps.
And when I joined, there was a few more girls, some of the other commander who aged out, but she was really nice, and everyone there was just really nice to me, and I thought, why not join another group?
My name is Gloriella, and Honor Guard came to my AHG troop and taught us how to do the flag ceremony, and it looked cool. So.
Cool.
No, I already did.
Okay, I'm Zoe.
my two older sisters joined the group when they found about it in AHG. The honor guard actually originated in our troop. And so I found out through that, and then I joined after my sisters did.
And I'm Megan. Lena's my sister, so yeah, we both heard about it earlier on, but we were already really busy at that point, so it wasn't until a couple of years ago we joined, and yeah, it's really fun, so it taught us a lot of stuff.
Well, I know we all really appreciate it here. It's amazing how much you guys actually affect people. Now, do you go all over the place, or you just stay mainly in Woodbury, or?
We go all over Minnesota, but we do a lot of stuff in Woodbury.
Okay. And I think I have a pamphlet that I was given about the honor guard. We'll put that up at the end of the show, so everybody can walk. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You gotta shake them all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and your service, and hopefully if you're military bound, I've heard some of you might be. Come back on, see me, and let me know how you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We're back with Sean Riff. Right? Sorry.
Yeah.
We were just discussing how many people slur your name.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
We're back here at the golf course, and we're talking to you because you're with MACV, and we want to find out what kind of programs you offer, or the company offers. And then maybe your service.
Sure. So, we can talk about my service first real quick. It's crazy. I served in the Army for 25 years. Yeah. Started off enlisted and then spent the second half of my career as an officer, as an engineering officer.
Okay.
And did a tour in Iraq in 2004. And then after I retired, I started my own business, hiring vets at a hauling company here in the Twin Cities. Turned out I was much better at marketing than I was at the day-to-day operations of the business. And so I started doing some freelance work and got done with MACV. So, yeah. And then I've been with MACV for about 5 years now. So, yeah, so the Minnesota Assistant Council for Veterans, we're based in St. Paul, Minnesota, but we operate all throughout the Twin Cities. I'm sorry, the whole state. So we have regional offices in St. Paul, Twin Cities, Duluth, and in Mankato. And then satellite offices in Rochester, St. Cloud, and for Memorial area.
So the big areas.
The big areas, yes. But anybody that wants to call MACV and ask for assistance, we have case managers available all throughout the state. And so our primary mission at MACV is to end veteran homelessness. So we work with anybody that's served in the military, whether a veteran or just served, for a short period of time, that's experiencing homelessness or preventing someone from losing the place that they live in. And we do this by providing long-term case management and supportive services. So to be real clear, what we don't do is we don't do emergency shelter. There's a lot of partners throughout the state that can provide that. I need service right now today. We're in it for the long term to help a veteran get established, get their feet on the ground, and then find a permanent place to call.
So you don't just slap some money down and go, okay, there you go, see you never.
It doesn't really solve the problem long term, because if you end up in a situation that's caused you to be homeless, there's usually a lot of other challenges in someone's life that needs to be addressed. And so that's what we do is we work with our housing team first and foremost, looking at what are those issues and barriers that are preventing someone from being permanently housed, whether it's an eviction or maybe a criminal history or a record. We have a vet law team that veterans and service members can call, and they can ask questions about, as I said, rightful eviction, how do I help clear my credit report, maybe too many parking tickets from sleeping in a vehicle, and getting that stuff cleaned up a lot of times is the one thing, or it's just the simplest thing to get them a clean background so they can get a lease from the department. And then the last thing we do is we have a veteran employment program. So we work with veterans that want to have a full-time job and work with employers throughout the state to find work that's above minimum wage, that has a high standard of living. And whether it's an immediate job today or working through a trade program or finding their additional skills to find a job meaningful and that keep them sustained.
Well, I'm glad to run into you and gorgeous day.
Yeah, it's a wonderful day. This is a great event.
I just heard about it recently, so I will be on here again next year. This is the Salute to Women Veterans.
Yes, the Salute to Service Women Veterans. It was started by this is a completely volunteer-run. About 6 years ago, a group of women who served in the military all got together. They all loved. The common thing was how can we do something that we can raise some money for women that may be struggling. So they reached out to us and asked us how many women veterans we were currently helping. And they asked that the funds from this go directly to helping women that are struggling with housing, to support those services. And for the past couple of years, they've raised over $40,000 from this. So we're really appreciative for the initiative because everybody that's here is doing this just because they care. Nobody's getting paid to be here.
Well, in the military, you're supposed to have your veteran be your friend.
And that's what they do. They all got your back, and they're all connected. And the other thing too is it brings in a lot of different partners that maybe haven't heard a lot about MACB, like yourself, find out about our services. And we have a big enough, one of the things we pride ourselves on is that if we don't know who can help someone, we know someone who can. So we like to connect everybody with maybe the right partner agency that can help somebody and find the right solution to whatever they need.
Well, thank you for taking some time out to spend the time with me. I know we will run into each other.
Oh, I'm sure.
And thank you very much for your service.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Motorcycle Association.
Association, yes.
And there is a difference. Explain the difference. You
Oh
know
my
much
God.
better than I can.
Yes.
Difference between an association and a club. Clubs are MCs. They're three patchers, so they'll have one patch with a rocker on the top and a rocker on the bottom. And that's your Hells Angels, Sons of Silence, all of those down. And they have a particular etiquette that they must adhere to. We're an association. Everything's voluntary. When they join, they're prospecting. So you want to join Hells Angels, you serve X amount of time with just a prospect patch on the bottom, and you run and get cigarettes, or you polish their bikes in the middle of the night, or
You do whatever you're told.
Yeah, you do what you're told.
Yep.
With us, you're DD-214, you qualify, you're done. There's no prospecting.
Yes.
So,
Very cool.
And we have,
Did you get that?
we have full members, we have supporters,
Yep.
and auxiliary members. This lady's one of our classy looking ladies, this nice vest.
Classy.
Look at
That's
this.
nice.
Yeah,
girl. Show off a different style.
so yeah, we are international organization. We've got chapters in 50 states, in Korea and Germany.
Wow.
Founded in 2001. Basically, our motto is Vets Helping Vets. So every chapter does it a little differently. Our chapter kind of does a more one-on-one. Okay. So if we know a vet or their family or their spouse or whatever is in need, we try to go there. So there's no big hurrah or fanfare with what we do, but we've been good at that.
Well, you don't really need a big hoorah.
No, and if we go and donate $10,000 to another nonprofit, you can do that. You don't need to donate for us to just launder the money, right?
Exactly.
You know, anybody can do that. And we try to make an impact. Local organizations that are small, where our donation is not just a drop in the bucket. It's an impact.
Very nice.
And we work with a lot of them too, so it's fun. And we do suicide intervention training. It's a nationally certified assist training, and try to do that every year and get more members every year. And we've had a few that have gone out and used the training not long after. Had to.
I did twice.
Yeah, you have twice. I mean, I took it ages ago the first time, and it was when I was still in, and I used it whole lot.
I know there's sometimes that you just gain knowledge and it's like, okay, now go out and use it.
Yeah. Well, the gal that stopped here earlier, I think she said her brother committed suicide at 61. The 22 a day is not young vets. It's a majority of them are 60s.
Yep.
So I think the average is 60 something. So
Yeah, how many soldiers a day do they bury at Fort Snelling? I can't remember.
no, they can't keep up. It was in 05 when my dad was buried there. They were doing his ceremony every 22 seconds. And the average age of their firing squad was 74. And they do a phenomenal job. And I think it's the second largest federal veteran cemetery next to Arlington.
Yeah, you can get lost in there real easy.
Real easy. Well, and expanding, I don't think they planned on having it that big, so they're expanding. It's just, you know.
Yeah, they kind of had no choice.
Right.
You got to give our veterans someplace to live. With the respect to have it done.
Yep.
All we have to do is get them started.
They still do a good job. Yeah, they still do a good job. So, yeah.
So how long has the organization or the association been going?
Nationally, 2001, Minnesota, 2011.
Okay.
Ours was the first chapter in Minnesota. Now we have 7. So we're still bigger than the other chapters because we're the original chapter. And in the next couple of years we could be up to 10, 11. Because at first I didn't even know it existed until I saw some guys with patches on.
Yeah. Now, do you take veterans from all over the state, or?
Our chapter is we don't have turf like some of the MCs do,
right.
But you're supposed to be close to that chapter. We meet in Coon Rapids. We've got one that meets in Duluth. Let's see, if I go numeric order, it'll be easier. Rochester is 48.2, 48.3 is the St. Cloud area, 48.4 is Hastings, south of Metro, 48.5 is Fulda, down to Worthington, and 48.6 is Duluth. I missed somebody in there. 48.7 is Prior Lake area. So yeah, they can come, if they live halfway across state, they can come to our chapter if they want.
Very nice.
You know. But if they know people, because we've had people that came to our chapter because, well, this guy's a member and I served with him. I want to be with him. So,
Oh, exactly.
yeah.
I know there's a lot of people out by Hutchinson that do ride. I don't know if they eventually got.
Their Hutch is they're kind of almost the halfway between, because it's actually Sauk Rapids and us. They're kind of halfway between. So, and there's been talk of forming a detachment out there, which I think would be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Then it could get some people, but you got to have 8 to start it. So you got to have that many people you can get together out there.
Now, do you have to have a particular kind of motorcycle?
No, 500 cc's or more.
Yes.
So no electric bikes. But
so my chair wouldn't work.
if we strap a V8 on the back, we might be able to get it, huh?
Yeah. That would be scary.
Or a trike, a trike or a Can-Am. Yeah.
There you go.
Spider, yep.
That's just honorable discharge, and that's huge. But and we get it's busy for who's ever the chapter commander. I was chapter commander, I was state rep, and it's very busy. And if you're not retired, oh boy, it's a lot of work. But it's good work. It's fun.
Exactly. And then you do
we all
events like
deployed.
this.
We all served in different areas, but together we served.
Well, exactly.
So there's things we can talk to each other about that we can't talk to other people.
Yep. That's why it's always better if veterans are helping veterans.
Correct.
Yes. We know a little bit more about what they're going through.
Well, the suicide intervention, we have some local police there, and they said that they will do a welfare check on a suicidal veteran. And the first thing they ask the police is, are you a veteran? And if police say no, then some of those veterans kind of shut down. They also were there to utilize us as resources because we're trained.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, we're trying to get it every year of training, and I organized a couple of them, and we got 2 from Blaine PD the first year.
Okay.
And then this last one we got 2 from Coon Rapids. And maybe next time we'll get like an Anoka County Sheriff deputies or something. Even fire. Because if they get there and they find out the person's a vet, we've got a QRF, quick reaction force. So if we find out about one, everybody in that group, it's like we have teams in certain areas, and we get a hold of them, and they go take care of whatever it is. And it might just be sit and talk to them.
We're right up at SLP for that, right? And it's going national. It's going to go to national. The SLP for that. URF.
Yes, yes. Our national organization is our SLP for that.
Right.
The nationals
So we
found
would have
out
an
about
operation
it.
order for that.
We want that.
Exactly.
You know. Because it's you know, vets here know military, where you have an active military base, the retirees settle around the base. There is none in Minnesota, so that we're scattered to the winds, and when you're guard or reserve, you get back from deployment, and they kick you loose for 90 days, and you're out in Podunk, Minnesota, and you're having issues, nobody sees you. You know, and they want you to go through. They have the yellow ribbon stuff. Well, that's not for 60 days. I preached to them for so long. They need to take them off the plane, send them to the yellow ribbon. Next day, bring the families. Have the families there. They meet them there.
Get them in contact with the people they should talk to if they have issues. If they have employment issues for people who need mental health stability. People who need housing. It's like all that stuff should be lined up right when
it should
they get out.
And it's just when they wait too long and they don't. I know the guard's a lot better at enforcing it than the reserve.
Yeah, they're a little bit, but really they look at because I just came back on my last one in 2020, and they really look at you know, the average time frame of when everyone's leave runs out to be able to try to figure out when they can have their first 30 days, and most of the time it literally is like about 45 days of you being home, and anything can happen between, you know, the time you get home until your first meeting.
Exactly, that's a long time for somebody to come home and not know what to do.
It is. I mean, and ours, when they planned the leave, they said, okay, this weekend is your yellow ribbon, so they didn't take leave away from that, but they didn't enforce it.
Right.
So, you know, I got longer leave than I should have, but I'm not going to that.
Well, I want to thank you all for taking some time to stand here and talk to me and let us know about the organization or the association that you run.
Either organization works too.
We really appreciate you guys being out there.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right here, I'm here with Major General Harold Egger.
Well, I'll have to correct you. It's Brigadier General retired Harold Egger.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for the promotion.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. Anytime. If I had the bars to give to you. Now I hear you work, or we're working with Comcast for a while?
So I lead military affairs for Comcast Embassy Universal, which is building our strategy to engage the military community. Everything from hiring, we're talking about spouses, veterans, our guard reservists, to make sure people understand what great talent they bring, and also just how to engage the military community in their nonprofit sector.
So which cards are you taking?
These two. I also hear that you all have a deal with veterans as well.
There's several things going on right now that I say the military community, because it's so much more than just veterans. It's our guard and reservists who are currently serving, it's military spouses, military families.
Very nice.
But yes, Comcast does have a military appreciation offer. But another thing that I think is even more important is what's called the ACP, the Affordable Connectivity Program. That's a government program, federal program, that provides vouchers to low income so that they can be connected in their homes. Now, every provider has a program. So it's not just Comcast, and I'm here to say that it's AT&T, it's Verizon. Now, we have a great deal, and I encourage people, especially in our military community, to look to see if they're eligible. And there's a federal site that you can easily go in and put in your information in, and right there it'll tell you if you're eligible for the connectivity voucher. So, like for an example, it's a voucher of $30 a month. But Comcast has a program where you can get internet at home as well as mobile for $30. So we're trying to match the voucher. Or it can take money off of your current program.
Which is really nice nowadays because
connectivity matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Connectivity, and there's a lot of stress going on.
Yes. So anything, and so, you know, I tell everyone so that they can reach out to those veterans they know and the military folks and and make them aware of the program. So thank you for asking.
No problem. There's one other thing I want to ask you. We have a lot of veterans that are home, just coming home now. We have a lot of Vietnam veterans. We have a lot of just about everybody on touch. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Well, I think especially for our Vietnam veterans, our Korean veterans, it's thank you for what you've done. The country did not welcome home those veterans. And if there's any group that should be bitter, that our Vietnam vets are not. They're at every ceremony, every funeral. They have taken care of 9/11 vets, of which I am one. So just welcome home to our Vietnam veterans and also to our Korean War veterans, who are often called the Forgotten War. So just, I really appreciate their service, and I think we all have to remember that and take care of our Vietnam vets.
I know we appreciate having you around too. I mean, you're one of the top brass. In quite a lot of ways.
You're correct. I mean, I was in the military. I joined at 17, and I finished up in my 60s. But it's about giving back and serving the nation, and I'm a strong believer in national security, and without a strong force, you're not going to have a strong democracy. And I think we have to remember, we have an all-volunteer force. And the propensity to serve is commensurate with how we treat our veterans. So if we're not taking care of those who have served, we're not going to get new people to serve. And we're not going to have the strength we need. And right now it's a problem. Our recruiting force is not making the numbers. So unless we want to go back to the draft, let's all do our part to encourage young folks to join the military and do their part.
Exactly. We can still all do something.
Yes. Yes. So thank you for what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming on and visiting with us again.
Great. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much.
You have a great day. Thank you.